happen if a simple label could change the way you act? If they call you a prisoner, do you start acting like one? If they tell you you're a guard, do you become an authority? In 1971, psychologist Philip Zimbardo designed an experiment at Stanford University. He wanted to understand how social roles and environments can change the behavior of ordinary people. He recruited 24 student volunteers, all mentally healthy and with no history of violence. Half were randomly assigned as prisoners, the other half as guards. The prison was set up in the basement of the psychology building, but from the very beginning it was treated as if it were real. The prisoners were arrested by surprise in their own homes, with the help of the local police. They were handcuffed, searched, blindfolded, and taken to the prison. Once there, they were stripped naked, sprayed with disinfectant, and given a uniform and a number. They lost their identity. The guards wore full uniforms, dark sunglasses that hid their eyes, and wooden batons. They were allowed to enforce rules and apply punishments, as long as they didn't use physical violence. What happened next surprised even Zimbardo. In less than a day, the guards began to abuse their power. They insulted the prisoners, forced them to do push-ups as punishment, or clean toilets with their bare hands. They made them repeat their numbers over and over until they broke down. Sleep deprivation, public humiliation, arbitrary punishments. All in a supposedly academic experiment. One prisoner, known as number 8612, began to show extreme distress. He screamed, cried, and said he wanted to leave. Zimbardo thought he was faking, until he completely broke down. He had to be released on the second day. But the most disturbing thing wasn't what the guards did. It was what the others didn't do. No one stepped in. No one said, "This is wrong." Not even Zimbardo, who was playing the role of the prison superintendent and got caught up in his own role. The situation got worse each day. Some prisoners became completely passive, others filled with rage and despair. The guards grew increasingly cruel. The experiment was supposed to last 2 weeks. It was shut down on day 6, after a visiting psychologist saw what was happening and warned of the real psychological harm participants were suffering. Zimbardo concluded that the environment can deeply shape our behavior, that power without limits can corrupt quickly, and that even normal people can do terrible things, if the conditions allow it. This experiment remains one of the most famous and controversial in the history of psychology. A reminder that we don't always act based on who we are, but on what the system allows us to be. And you, do you think you would have acted differently? Thanks for watching. See you next time.